Before I talk about anything from the magnificent weekend that just was, head over to the Football Republic and check out my debut appearance on their channel when I went head to head with the legend known as the True Geordie. Also, spoiler alert, I had a great time and I really enjoy what those guys are doing, so please subscribe to them if you haven't already, because I plan on being there even more in the future if they invite me again. I guess that's not a guarantee. So I, of course, read through all of your comments. Please keep those coming. And there seems to be a lot of demand for me to do that one show on Mondays that you all loved. And I was like, well, I can't. I mean, because it's just like, I guess, all right. I guess I could do my own new version of the old version of something I already created. And I don't know if that makes any sense, but we'll try it anyway. Let's go. Yes! At first, there was just something I did not like about this man. I don't know if it was the way he talked or how he talked or what he was saying, but then his club lost 3-0 to Tottenham this weekend, which is Spurs' biggest win over Manchester United in 20 years, giving them an outside chance for the title. So we'll see if Spurs can put some pressure on Leicester. And which puts United 4 points behind Manchester City for the last Champions League spot. And after the game, this guy, Louis van Gaal, goes out of his way to say that United is still the bigger club than Spurs. I mean, who does that? That's what an 8-year-old says when he loses. It doesn't matter if I lost. I'm still better than you. I mean, the guy is a lunatic. And for that, and for his steadfast dedication to remain as arrogant as possible, I now love him. No! God, please, no! No! Let's take a look at your last week. Lose to your hated rivals at home? Check. Get another red card in your favor to help you win in the Champions League? Check. Can't score a goal against David Moyes' former club Real Sociedad, leading to a 1-0 loss, which cut into your once insurmountable lead at the top of the table to 3 points with 6 games to go, which means you're bordering on Arsenal-like proportions of choking? Check. Yes! Almost 2 months to the day after he scored his last goal in the Premier League, Jamie Vardy broke the drought by putting 2 past Sunderland in the second half to help Leicester win 2-0 and clinch a spot in next season's Champions League. Yes! Leicester will be in the Champions League next season. And yes, Sunderland's going to be going down with Newcastle, so I don't feel as bad about it because we can still have the Tyne War Derby in the Championship next year. Also, I hear and read a lot about Leicester losing their top players after the season's over in the summer, like Vardy and Riyad Mahrez and N'Golo Kante, but why would they leave? This could be the most miraculous sports story in any sport of this generation. Why would they break that up? For more money somewhere else? That would be sad if that happened. No! God, please, no! No! The joke about your team is that you always finish in 4th, which isn't entirely true. You've only finished 4th 6 times in the last 10 seasons. And now in a down year for the top clubs in the Premier League, which should have been your chance to seize the moment, you're going to let your biggest rivals Spurs and Leicester vie for the title instead, and nothing sums up your current season better than having a 2-0 lead over West Ham, giving up 3 goals in 8 minutes to Andy Carroll, then fighting back to earn a 3-3 draw, which shows some character, but it's just not good enough. And now, 4th place Manchester City are only 2 points behind you. And I swear, if you guys finish 4th again, it is going to be awesome for everybody that doesn't support Arsenal, and it is going to be miserable for everybody that does. Yes! With his goal in Real Madrid's 4-0, what ass-kicking of Eibar, Cristiano Ronaldo is the first ever player to score 30-plus goals in 6 successive seasons in one of Europe's top 5 leagues, and that consistency deserves our respect. Also, if you're a Madrid fan, hopefully that consistency shows up against Wolfsburg in the second leg of their Champions League matchup, because you're going to need it, because you're down 2-0, and you're going to need to score an early goal. And if you don't, it could be a really long game. And to get knocked out of the Champions League by a very average Wolfsburg team would be really disappointing. No! God, please, no! No! Finally on the cusp of getting back into Europe, the former great European champions AC Milan haven't won in 5 games, including their recent 2-1 loss at home to Juventus, which means they haven't taken advantage of passing a Fiorentina team that sit above them in the last spot to qualify for the Europa League. Also, you should know, it's a Fiorentina team that haven't won a game since February, which means, what do you do if you're Milan? Do you look for a new manager again, or do you start to build some consistency with the man you have? I don't know what the right answer is. Yes! Let's be honest, it was official before the season started. But now it's official since Borussia Dortmund drew with rival Schalke 2-2 in the Riviera Derby, which puts Bayern Munich 7 points clear at the top of the Bundesliga with 5 games to go. And there's no way they're going to relinquish that. So congrats to Bayern on winning the title yet again. Also, honorable mention to Chicharito for continuing to score goals for Bayer Leverkusen. He now has 25 in all competitions. I bet Manchester United could use a player like that.
No! God, please, no! No!
All my favorite club in Australia had to do on the last day of the season to win the A-League title and earn automatic qualification for the Asian Champions League was beat Melbourne Victory on the road. Sure, it's no easy feat, but that's what champions do if they want to be champions. And they couldn't do it. Thus, they are not champions, and Adelaide United, who were in last place 8 games into the season, won it all after 27 games were played, which is remarkable.
Yes!
There always seems to be some drama surrounding the 2 most successful clubs in Mexico's history, but I'm gonna leave that aside for the moment because no mommies. These clubs are both in fuego right now. Club America has won 5 straight league games to get to 2nd in the league, and they beat Santos Laguna for the right to play in the 2-legged CONCACAF Champions League final against Tigres, which should be an awesome matchup. And leg 1 is on April 20th, so circle that on your calendars. And the Goats of Guadalajara have won 4 out of their last 5 games, scoring 13 and only giving up 3, which has helped them sneak into the last spot for the playoffs with 4 games to go. So in short, I wouldn't want to play against either one of these clubs right now. They are so hot. Caliente.
No! God, please, no! No!
Why did anyone think it was a good idea to sign a player with a history of being an asshole? No joke, true story. After apologizing to my pal Stu Holden before last night's game for severely injuring him in 2010, Nigel de Jong seriously injured stud playmaker and U.S. international Darlington Nagbe when he stomped on his ankle during the Galaxy's 1-1 tie with reigning MLS champions the Portland Timbers. Nagbe was seen being carted off in a wheelchair after the game because he couldn't walk, which is an absolute shame. I mean, there's no place for this shit, man. I don't care if you play hard, but play the ball. Don't be a dick. Okay, that's it. That is all I got. I absolutely love you all. Later. I'm still here, actually. I don't even know why I did that.